Hello, everybody. Welcome to Financial Insights and to another episode of the Financial Insight Show. My name is Clarence Chongo, and I'm sitting here at Agora Village at the Africa Works premises, where they've been gracious enough to accord us this space to have a sit down with the current president of the Ladies Circle Zambia chapter, Mrs. Mubanga Nundwe. Welcome to Financial Insight.
Thank you so much, Clarence.
Okay, so to kick off, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you come from, what you do, and now you found yourself affiliated to the Ladies Circle.
Okay. So, as you rightly put it, I'm Mrs. Mubanga Nundwe, current president for Ladies Circle Zambia. I'm a mother of three, and I currently work for a company called Bed Pave and Maintenance, which is into road construction, and I'm the chief operations officer there. Okay. How did I find myself in Ladies Circle? I found myself in Ladies Circle out of the passion I have to serve the less privileged. And I was privileged to find myself in a company of like minds, my fellow cyclists. So yes, so I found myself.
Okay, that is great. So that's a good point now, perhaps, for you to tell us about the Ladies Circle. What is it, and what's that all about?
Okay, so Ladies Circle is a non-sectarian organization. It's also non-political, and it is for ladies who are between the ages of 18 to 45 years old. Yes, so we go with a motto of friendship and service. So
Friendship and service.
yes.
Okay.
So primarily our focus is on friendship and also just making meaningful impacts in the communities that we live in.
Okay.
So Ladies Circle is actually affiliated to Ladies Circle International, and we are also part of the Africa region community or sisterhood, which is comprised of 10 countries in the Southern African region. Yes.
And you are the Zambia chapter's current president. So when did you start that role?
Okay, so I began my my role sometime in May of 2024.
Okay.
So the term for presidency is actually 1 year.
Okay.
So I'm actually almost at the end of my
Almost at the end of the term.
term. Yes.
What inspired you to go for the presidential role, and how do you articulate that the vision that you have for the organization during your term?
Okay, so my inspiration actually came from the women who have gone before me. The women were very passionate and very strong in what they believe in. So that inspired me, and I saw myself, as one of the ladies that would actually contribute using the passion that I have, as mentioned earlier, to serve the communities that we live in. So my theme for the year is embracing empathy with an open heart.
Okay.
Yes. So what I want to do with that is to just promote unity, and embrace each other with our own uniqueness, and just look at what we can contribute to the communities that we serve, especially with the underprivileged. Yes.
Excellent, and thank you for that. So, how is the Ladies Circle working to empower men and women to fight against gender-based violence, GBV, and how can you describe what impacts any efforts that we've made so far, what success they've had?
Okay. So primarily what we do as Ladies Circle, we engage in projects. So we have projects that we run for 2 years. So during my tenure, we have a project that is currently running, and it has to do with fighting gender-based violence. Okay, and the theme for that is one voice, men and women, fighting gender-based violence in our communities. So we kicked off in 2024 with community engagements in just, putting it out there for both men and women on how this gender-based violence actually affects us. So we took women and men for communal engagements, just to educate ourselves on what this thing does to ourselves in societies and what roles and actions we can take in, trying to fight this. So along the way, during this circle year, we engaged with WYCA. We collaborated with them to ensure that we donate, things that self houses may require. So we did these donations on the Copper Belt in Kitwe and in Lusaka as well, just to help our sisters, our brothers, our children, our grandchildren who are suffering through this gender-based violence. So we made donations, both material and electrical appliances that are needed for the safe houses. We do acknowledge the fact that the change cannot be immediate, but we take pride in all the engagements that we make to enhance or to make us attain that status that we want to live in a free and fair place where there's no gender-based violence.
You mentioned an organization there, the
WCA.
YWCA.
Yes.
Young
Women Christian Association. Yes.
Thank you for that. And how do you plan to strengthen partnerships with other organizations to further the Ladies Circle Zambian mission and to expand its reach?
So the roots of our organization is through collaborations. So through the collaborations, we intend to partner with people with like minds. Right now, Ladies Circle Zambia is partnered with Roundtable Zambia, 41 Club, Tangent Zambia, and Agora Zambia. So these are like minds, they're service clubs just as like ourselves. But we also just go out there and collaborate with schools, associations, non-governmental organizations, as well as the government. So it's through collaborations that we intend to just, reach out there and just make our community very safe for ourselves and for our children.
What message would you like to share with young women in Zambia about leadership, about community service, and standing up for what they believe in? You can share with me, or you can share with the camera there.
Okay, thank you so much. So for the young Zambian lady out there, I'd just like you to remember that your ideas are valid and your voice also needs to be heard. We want you to be bold enough to share your passions, put yourselves out there. So in relation and in commemoration of Women's Day, which is under the theme Accelerate Action, I call only young ladies to just come up and just, show action. Every small action leads to a ripple effect for the community. So please come and join us as young ladies so that we make our community a better place for each and every one of us to live in.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, before we go, I want to talk about your jewelry. I've noticed some very spangly bits around your neck. Can you tell us what those mean?
Okay, so there are quite several here. So all these emblems, as I mentioned earlier, my inspiration comes from these ladies who went before me. So these are our past presidents, starting from 1994 to date.
Okay.
Yes. So each name of the past president is put on our. Then these are just sister pins from various regions. Like I mentioned, we are part of the Africa region, which consists of the 10 countries. So some of these are from the countries.
So there are souvenirs and mementos,
Yes.
and you've done mutual visits to
Yeah.
each other.
Yes.
Great, but I understand you've also been winning awards. So I want to talk about that now. You recently scooped 3 awards. I believe it was the Zimbabwe chapter meeting where there was an award ceremony and you were recognized. Tell us about that.
Okay, yes. So it was during our midterm meeting where we convene as the Africa region, the 10 countries in the Africa region, and Zambia, through collaborations and member efforts, we managed to scoop 3 awards. So the first award that we scooped was to do with the growth that has been happening in Zambia.
Okay.
So as Ladies Circle Zambia, we have increased our membership, and currently we're sitting at a good number of about 161 members countrywide. And the second award was to do with visibility using our social media handles, Facebook and Instagram. We increased our visibility through the social handles, and that was given to us. And then last but not the least, we were the Association of the Year. This meant that we did very well in terms of our national projects and raising funds to support. Yes, that is our performance. Yes, so those are the 3 awards that we're sitting currently.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on scooping those awards and for sharing that with the nation.
Thank you very much, Clarence, for having me.
Indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ladies Circle president that I've been talking to today here at Agora Village at the Africa Works premises. This is Financial Insight. My name is Clarence Chongo. Get tuned.